Hello, retail traders. Please subscribe, ring that bell. This is the Sneaky Snake Trading Strategy, where I talk about chart patterns and moving averages and being in the now. So I'm going to bring up my options challenge that I'm trading right now. It's Washboardjim's options challenge, and we're going to go through the started it back last month, 1 month ago, with $2,000. I think it started with $2,009.09. So I was off to a very good start with it. I ran it all the way up. As you can tell, each day it's a cash account, which means I can trade the funds that are in that $2,000 as long as I don't go over the proceeds in it, and I can go back in the next day once the funds are settled and get back in it again. So I've been trading the SPY and Tesla with it, and maybe the IWM every once in a while. So I got her up to about $21.39, another $158 the next day, and I was doing real good in this thing. I did take one loss right here on the Tesla call, 119 bucks, but minus 27. And then the next time around on the 10th, I got in it, and I was up 110. P&L was at 122. And then I kept adding on. 232, another $110 right there. Just small in and out fast trades. I was up, P&L was up 452 right there. 2,362. Just little by little I was building it up. There's 250 right there. So I was up $701. And then all of a sudden I came in here pretty cocky, and I lost $684 on a trade, on a Tesla trade. And got in it at the wrong time for sure. And she dropped on down. And same thing with the SPY. The next day I came in here and I lost 814. So I had this count from 2,600 all the way back down to 1,065. And I was about ready to call it quits. And I said, nah, let me think about this over the weekend. So I was trying to figure out what got me to bring this account down, and I figured it was because I was getting tired. I've been behind this desk for 18, 19 years, and I said, so I'm going to stop drinking coffee and start drinking decaffeinated coffee. And then I got on the internet, and I wanted to give this stuff a shot. It's called Matcha, and I've been through 3 different brands. I didn't know much about it, but I still wanted to have that caffeine effect, but I didn't want to feel groggy by the time after the first hour of having 2 or 3 cups of coffee. So I started drinking this, and I started, man, this stuff's really starting to make me feel good, make me, think, make me, eager to be in here again. And so I went through 3 different batches of it, and I'm still drinking it. I love the heck out of it. I'm making drinks out of it. So I've noticed ever since I started drinking it after that bad day, I've had nothing but good luck. I don't know if I can guarantee it if it's the matcha. This here is called Holly Matcha, Holy. It's based out of San Diego. It's very expensive stuff, but I make a smoothie with it every morning. I've done away with the coffee, and I notice even at work, I feel better. I'm breathing better. Just a lot of good things. Seems like my muscles aren't as sore. It's a detoxant. It's real good for your health. So I've just been drinking a lot of it. I drink about 2. I drink one when I first get up, and then I drink another teaspoon when I get ready to get in here and sit behind the desk and start trading stocks. So I noticed a little bit difference in my awareness. We're going to go back to the challenge. So at this time I was down, this thing was down almost 50%, from $2,000 down to $1,065.66. I had a real bad trade that day. I felt like crap. I didn't know if I wanted to continue the challenge or not. So I came in the next day and I said, well, made a fast little scalp between 102 to 117, made 75 bucks. On the next day I came in here and I'd made a little fast scalp to 35. I think there was something going on, that day, and I just didn't feel comfortable with the market. But I continued on the next day, and I made another 30. And then on the 28th, I started doing a little bit better. I come in here and I made 80, so I had this thing up to 1260. I came back in the next day and I made 250 on a spike on a candle and got out of the trade. This is the SPY, so I got her up to 1428. I came in the next day, I made another 180. This was on the 29th, so I've already been into the challenge 26 days. And there's a couple days where I didn't trade it at all. So I've got this thing up to 1590. And I'm going, wow, man, if I could average 11% on this account, that'd be great every day. So I came in the next day and I made another 130 on the 29th. Let me see here. So I did 2 trades on that one. And my total P&L ended up being 130. Then on the 30th, I traded the SPY again and I made another 130. That's another almost 8% on the account. Then I came in on the 30th, or let me see, that was the 30th. So I had another trade and so my total P&L ended up being that day $163. I'm going, yeah, this is looking real good. So I came in on the 1st and I did a couple of trades and I ended up closing that day with 137. So my account by that time was up at 1807. And then again, I came in here yesterday and my first trade was $75. So now I'm back in the green again on this thing. I'm up to 1876. Then I made some more trades on the same day, yesterday, and I brought it up to 208. Made another trade. I got into Tesla. I was saying, okay, so a cash account, you can only spend what your proceeds are. So by this time I only had $180 left that I could trade with. And I figured I'd scalp Tesla. And then I got in Tesla and it dipped on me a little bit. And I bought another contract for 88 cents, which left it, the average of $1.03. But I wasn't able to sell it without being penalized. So by the end of the week, by the end of the month, I had my ups and downs. I was up almost $700 and some dollars. I dropped it down to 1,000. I didn't know what to do, if I wanted to continue the challenge or not, but I don't give up. I got a great strategy. I just got in a couple bad trades. We all do it. There's nobody out there that can tell you that they're 100% perfect. So now I'm in a swing trade. I closed it up to $1,960.13. I made another $177 on it. My P&L now is up there to $222 for the day, not counting commissions, which brings it down to that $1960. So I just wanted to, I guess the moral of the story is sometimes you got to give it up. I've done 8 challenge accounts. I've only failed at 1, and I didn't want to fail at this one here. And I'm still going. I'm going to keep it going for another 6 months. My goal is to break 32,000, and I know I can do that. But I just wanted to go over that trade with you, and I want to show you show you what I'm kind of doing. Like if I was going to trade the SPY on Monday, I'd come in here, and that would be on the 5th. Let me see, tomorrow's the 4th, the 5th. So I probably wouldn't trade the 5th. I'd go into the 6th, and I'd look closest to the money to where I could get into it right around $1.50, and I'd buy 5 contracts. So let's say I come in here and I wanted to play the 409. Say the market was down a little bit, and the 407s. I look at the volume. I want to make sure that I get into a trade that has a lot of volume in it. And if this contract was less than $1.50 to $1, I'd go ahead and buy 5 contracts. And then if it dipped on me a little bit, I'd add on to them contracts. As you can see, the way I traded the SPY the other day, I got in it at 93 cents. just within that minute, it dropped down to 82. So I bought me another 5 contracts. And then it dropped down a little bit more. I was at about 851, which is about 9 minutes later, to 74. So within 8:42, when I got into the trade, I was out of the trade at 9 o'clock. So within 17 minutes, what is that, 18 minutes, I was out of the trade with 91 cents, which gave me that profit on that trade. Let me see right here. Yeah, 91. So I got in it at 93, 82, 74, and sold it at 91. My average was about 83 cents a contract. I said, I'm going to go ahead and take it and get out of the trade and take that profit. It ran up a little bit more after that, but it netted me that day, or with that SPY trade alone, netted me $161 by the time I scalped this one and traded this one too. So I've already traded it twice. I got this one right at the open at 836 at 106 and sold it at 121. That was just 5 contracts. It had a big old spike on it on the candle, and I said, I'm getting out. I'm getting out. I want to make these fast trades. It's a day trading account. When you're doing a small account, you gotta do it fast. You gotta try to get out of that trade within 15 minutes. Sometimes I'm out of it in 1 minute, 5 minutes. You know, I start to get a little bit skitsy after 15, and then 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, it's no longer a day trade. I mean, a scalp. It becomes a day trade. So I'm going to keep this challenge going. I'm doing it live on YouTube every day. If you're a beginner, it's a good place to start. We also have a room. You could follow us in the room. We've got some good traders in here. I also supply the scanner that kind of helps us along with it. And let's see if I can get this swing trade to break. You know, Tesla's always a little risky trade, but I'm in here fairly cheap. I got 2 contracts with an average of 103 for next week. If this thing spikes, I might just go ahead and get right out of it and take my profit. And that's it. That's the Sneaky Snake Washboard Jim's option challenge. Sneaky Snake trading strategy. Hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you later. Yabba dabba doo, retail traders.